What do you think unraveled there in the second half, especially in the third quarter?
I loved our fight in the first half. I thought we came out, we competed, only down 6 of the half. They made a quick burst in that third quarter. I think we had a little more turnovers. We probably would have liked that quarter. That led to some runouts. So that was the quarter that really got us. That was the difference in the game.
And Kuzma had 16 in the first quarter and finished with 27. So he kind of slowed down after that. Do you think that was just because the Clippers were throwing him different looks, or maybe he wasn't getting the ball as much?
I think what he did was great in the first quarter. I think he felt, which good players do, he felt the game, and he felt like we needed someone to be aggressive, and he kind of got us going. In the second half, I don't think it was him. I think we just got a little bit sloppy with the ball. They beat us to some 50-50 balls, some turnovers, and that really turned the game.
Coach, I'm wondering what you've seen out of Johnny Davis, who got some minutes tonight, just what you've seen from him over the season and what you're looking forward to him kind of bringing further on.
Yeah, I thought Johnny's minutes were actually really good. He came in and had great energy, was getting deflections, getting on the ball, getting over screens. I loved his energy tonight, and that's what we want from Johnny. We think he can be a good defender, physical guy, and he showed that tonight.
And then what was Corey able to take advantage of, especially early on?
Corey plays always with great speed and pace, and he always finds openings for his shot. So, he's a guy we count on to do that. We had a couple, obviously, guys out, and he stepped up and filled that void when we needed it. So it was needed tonight in the first half.
I think I saw Jordan at shoot-around this morning. I can't remember now, but when did he start feeling ill? Or
almost right before the game, came down with a little bit of bug, and just couldn't go. Didn't feel good.
So with Miami coming in, what are the focal points for that contest? And I know you said the runouts on the turnovers, you want to clean that up, but what other aspects do you want to take into that game that you want to clean up?
Obviously a great team. They play super physical, well coached. We got to see how we bounce back from this. And I think that's a good test as we're trying to grow and build this thing that we're doing. I'm excited for that. I think our guys played a good first half. Like we said, we struggled a little bit in the third quarter. But this will be a good test for us coming in on Friday against a really good physical team that we're going to have to bring it. Thank you.
I was just going to ask for you to evaluate the offensive rebounding. I know you had pretty good numbers in the fourth quarter there, but for the rest of the game.
Yeah, we're not our best on the boards. We've been better last game, and we've challenged our guys. We didn't have that same fight a little bit on both sides of the glass. That's something we're going to keep harping and keep working on.
Sorry. No, last one. No, last one for me. Just with the bench points, coming into this game, you're fifth best in the league with 41 points. I know you got up to that, but it wasn't really until late that you went deep into the rotation. What was the discernment there to not go deep into the bench until late in the game?
Yeah, we had to make some changes on the last minute towards rotations and stuff, but I liked what our guys, who they did come in. The guys like Jules Bernard and Johnny Davis, Patrick Ballin Jr., those guys gave us good minutes, Anthony Gill. So, when they came in, we tried to push it a little bit more with our starters to see if we could keep ourselves going in the game, and they really did that for the first half. Like I said, that third quarter is where it kind of got us. But those guys came in, gave us great minutes down the stretch, and that's what we expect them to do when they play. So that was good to see.
Was Vandy hurt? Did he get shaken up like he left the game a little sore?
No, nothing that we know of. We just felt like we wanted to give a couple other guys. The game was, getting a little bit higher in points. So that's when we brought in the other guys. So nothing yet. Thanks, everybody.
What were the points that Brian hit on after this one?
We just weren't good enough. I think in the first half, we showed, some positive things, but in the second half, third quarter especially, it wasn't good enough. We could tell we were a little fatigued. Didn't get back enough. Easy. We gave them easy looks. They didn't really feel us like they did in the first half. So credit the blowout to the third quarter. We got to be better. So.
I think you called it a wake-up call, the coaching change last game. As reality settles in, you guys get more and more games. It's still February and during the season. How do you kind of keep that energy high, or is that the key to sustaining?
We got 23-year-olds, 22-year-olds playing. We should have energy every night. So that's like no excuse, like having a coach and whatever. Like we need to bring it every single night because at the end of the day, like we should be grateful to play this game, you know?
What was it about the kinds of turnovers that you all had? You didn't have that many, just 13, which isn't that bad, but they scored 21 points off of those. What was it about the turnovers that was a concern?
I mean, you probably hit on the head. Like they're more like live ball turnovers that, you know, probably got deflections. They got out, they got dunks, transition looks, just easy ones. So, like you said, 13, not too bad, but you know, when they're not like travels, dead ball, offensive charges, then, you know, we don't have our defense set. So,
offensively, what did you like in terms of how you were able to pick and choose your spots, especially in the first half?
You know, just trying to pick my spots. You know, knowing that, you know, I had to get straight to my moves, you know, especially whether it was Kawhi or one of the other good defenders on me, just knowing, you know, just got to get right to it. And shots kind of fell for me a little early. So.
And with Miami coming in, I know they're playing now, but they had a 7-game losing streak coming into tonight's game. What are the focal points for that contest on Friday night?
I mean, we got a tough stretch ahead of us. You know, Miami's just another team, like you said, rough patch. And, you know, we know that, and they probably know playing us, they're going to come in and try to, you know, get right. But for us, you know, we have to just keep building our steps and make positive growth. Another challenging team, great players, you know, got to get to it. So,
mental stamina, what does that mean moving forward for the team after this game?
I mean, we got to finish. We got to keep going. You know, whether it's Miami, Suns, we got Boston, we got Dallas, we got a lot of good teams coming up. So this is a really good test for us. Obviously, we got 2 wins versus Detroit and San Antonio, but we're playing some good ball clubs, and we should be excited though. You know, I think we made growth over those 2 wins, and you know, playing against, you know, a contender tonight, another contender with Miami, another contender with Phoenix. Like, we got a chance to like really put, you know, what we've been doing over the, you know, past 2 wins to the test, and, you know, continue. Like you said, we had a good first half tonight, bad second half. So, looking for more growth next game.
Bilal, you had your second career start in this game. What's the difference for you starting or coming off the bench?
I mean, I'm just trying to play hard, even though I'm coming off the bench or starting. But yeah, it feels a little different because, you know, you got the best players on the court. And yeah, it's just trying to be focused. And I love it. I'm competitive, so I was just trying to get some steals on the big players like, you know, Arden. I wish Paul George played, but no, he did not. And Kawhi, too. And, well, that's it.
What was the biggest challenge for you in this game tonight?
I mean, just trying to not foul James Harden on the 3-point line because I know he'd be getting a lot of calls on that step back, being focused defensively because they got great players offensively. And, yeah, just trying to, you know, have the team to do as much as possible.
And on the offensive end, what advantages did you see to garner the 19 points that you did tonight?
I mean, I saw some wide open cuts, trying to, you know, facilitate run. And yeah, when I had ball in my hands, just trying to, you know, get to that rim, putting pressure on that rim to spread out sometimes and just finish on other times.
Are you a particular fan of Paul George?
Yeah, I used to watch him all my life, like growing up. So yeah, love his game.
With being announced for the Rising Stars games, do you have any goals looking forward to that game, dunks, and any players you're looking forward to playing against for that one?
Yeah, I mean, just trying to put some show, you know, doing some crazy dunks, you know, highlights, just trying to have some fun, you know. It's a great weekend, great experience, and yeah, I'm really proud of that.
Bilal, you mentioned guarding James Harden, and you said you didn't want to foul him by the 3-point line. What kind of unique challenges does a player like that pose defensively?
Yeah, James Harden is one of the players I used to watch, growing up, and I know he's really like shifty and everything. It's a big challenge. He's a big scorer. He can facilitate too. So just trying to be locked in. Defensively. He can draw fouls too. So just trying to be focused. And I fought him once, but it's like that. Go ahead.
With the Rising Stars competition, on the court you said you wanted to be fanciful and have some fun with it, but off the court, how will you use that as a learning advantage for you to maybe speak to some of the All-Stars who are vets in the league?
I'll try to be there on the All-Star game, the real one, the big one. Trying to, talk to the best player of the league, learn a little bit more about the game, about the NBA, and about all of that. Even the NBPA going to be there. A lot of people that knows a lot about the NBA. So, I'm going to try to learn a little bit more.
Well, you mentioned that you wish Paul George had played tonight.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked a lot about you, like, wanting the really tough defensive assignments. Is there any player in the league who would, like, intimidate you, who you might not want to defend because they would be so hard?
No.
Like that?
No, nobody.
Well, what's your dream match, like past or present? Who's one player who you would love to defend?
I love 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗪. I used to watch him a lot, and I wish I could play against him, but I can't. And Paul George was one of my the one I wanted. So next game in a couple of weeks.